One of the things that we forgot in all of the hullabaloo of the Derek Carr extension was the fact that what this means long term. Obviously, we reported yesterday that Derek Carr signed a 3-year deal, or a 3-year extension worth $121.5 million. And there was a couple things that came of that. Number one, my first thought was, okay, they're locking down their quarterback for at least the next 3 years. They got their guy that everybody wants to play for. There's no more excuses. Yeah, we covered all that. But there's a bigger thing that I think that it signifies for this franchise, for this new, for this new coaching staff, for this new, the higher ups that are now part of the Raiders. I think it really shows that they are planning for the future, and they're planning and trying to start something special. When we talk about the Patriots, when we talk about teams like the Cowboys in their early 90s, I said early 90s when they won those 3 or 4 Super Bowls. Yeah, they drafted well. They brought in players that were going to make a difference, and they were just. It was the start of something special. I think we're seeing something kind of similar with the Raiders right now. I think we're seeing a team that, when you talk about the Chandler Jones signing, when you talk about the trading for Davante Adams, when you talk about the Derek Carr extension, when you talk about the Max Crosby extension, I feel like even just recently, over the last couple of years when Mike Mayock has been the general manager, they drafted well last year. Nate Hobbs in the 5th round that came in and started right away and was something special. Alex Leatherwood, I know it's been a rough rookie year, but overall I think maybe he could be something special moving forward too. You talk about Trayvon Moehrig, Divine Diablo. Like there's 3 or 4 players right there just in that one draft class that are contributors. Like those are all guys that you're going to count on this year to be able to do something special. And I think that is kind of I think that's the new standard moving forward for the Raiders. I think, I know Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels and company, they haven't even entered in their first draft yet. So I get that we might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. But at the end of the day, all indicators are showing that the Raiders are planning to be just like the Patriots. Like they are planning to be competitive for years to come. Like I fully expect them, with obviously keeping Davante Adams and Derek Carr together. That's your offense. Of course, you're going to have a running game. You're going to have Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, all those guys. But just with those 2 signings, the extension and then the trade, yeah, those 2 players are going to be a big part, or if not the most important part of your offense for years to come. And they've proven they have a special relationship both when they were both back at Fresno State. So, and again, it doesn't just stop there. I think the defensive pieces that they've added too, I think we have covered it. This has been the Achilles heel of this team for a long time. This defense, for whatever reason, even though it brings in promising players, just can't quite develop them. I think that's going to change under Josh McDaniels. I think that's going to be a thing of the past. I think they're going to bring in guys. I also think they're going to draft guys that are going to develop into great players. And I think we saw, again, a little bit of a sneak peek of it last year with, all those guys that we mentioned. So, I'm excited. I think, when we talk about teams that, the thing, I bring up the Rams in this scenario, but the Rams are actually, I know they went out and got a whole bunch of players in free agency last year, but they also have a quarterback in place for the next couple of years. And I think that's kind of, it's kind of similar to what the Raiders are doing. They're finding a lot of these quality players, they're signing them to multi-year contracts. And, and I think if this tells us anything about the future, I think that it's bright in Las Vegas. I think the Raiders are like a team of the Rams where they're planning for the future. They are planning to be competitive for many years to come. And like I said, I think moving forward, they're going to be in a position where obviously the first and second round, they don't have one of those. They don't have a first or second round draft pick this year. That's going to be tough. But if they can get 2, I think they only need 2 contributors, possibly 2 starters in the 3rd and 4th rounds this year. And they could do something special. Or, obviously that's another video we could do, their options for trading back up into the first, like we saw what the Saints did, and kind of give up future picks, which you don't love it, but at the same time, if you're kind of wanting to reshape your franchise, you get it. You kind of get it a little bit. So, we can definitely make a video about that if you guys would like. But I think at the end of the day, the Raiders are starting something special. They've brought in a heap of players. Now, are they going to be worth a lot of money? Yes. But I'm okay with that. They have the cap space, and plus the cap is going up. And I'm really excited to see what they do moving forward, because I think this is the start of something special for the Las Vegas Raiders. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. That's why it's really the like. Please leave the like with that. We really appreciate it. Also in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. Let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders starting something special.